Welcome back to another episode of King of the Course series, where you guys, the viewers, send in your SCX24s or 24 scale builds. I run them on the indoor course competition style. The top 3 trucks in each class are going to take home some prizes. Today we've got a super custom SCX24 C10 from Timothy in Vista, California. Let's take a look at this thing. So this started life as a C10. There's very little SCX24 C10 parts left on this thing. Timothy, who is 14, has heavily customized this thing. He's sent over the build list via email, so let's take a look at what he's got going on here. For the exterior, so he's cut and chopped the C10 body here, left the cab only. He's cut the rear off to make room for some of the custom electronics and things he's got going on. For wheels and tires, we've got the Little Guy Racing Parts brass wheels wrapped in the Little Guy Racing Parts 57mm Swamp King tires. These are on backwards. I've said this in previous videos, but mounting these backwards can be advantageous because of the sharper edges of the lugs on the back end of the tread sometimes provide more grip. He does have 4-wheel steering on here as well, which we'll get into in a minute. Let's take the body off, check it out. He's still utilizing the stock C10 rails. He's done a custom battery mount up front and get that thing way up forward for that forward weight bias here. Endura MB100 brushed ESC, Little Guy Racing Parts Reaper motor. This is the 66 turn motor. This is my favorite brushed motor for the SCX24s, the 66 turn. Very smooth, great power delivery here. For suspension, he's got Power Hobby 54mm shocks, very long shocks here, but he's got a limiting strap set up at both ends, utilizing a rubber band right behind the servo. That's kind of like my preferred approach. In the rear, he's got them mounted all the way in the back, which is an interesting setup. This thing can, look at that, holy moly, we've got full 90 degrees of flex here. This thing could go twist like a pretzel here. Tons of articulation. Anxious to see how that performs on the course. It is 4-wheel steering, like I mentioned. He's got an Emax servo up front, Endura digital servo in the back. He's controlling this with a Spectrum setup, so we have the DX3 radio with the rear steer on the thumb switch. So we'll see how that works there. Also like how he's done the phone holder on the radio. I'm going to try that out when I do my filming. Underneath, heavy customization down here too. So he's got the rear C10 links mounted up to the front. So we've got a 4-link conversion up front with the C10 rear links. Custom drive shaft cut to fit here in the front. In the rear, he's done his own metal lower links here with an extreme bend in the rear. You're going to give us lots of clearance underneath this thing with those bent links. Stock SCX24 axles, front and rear, so it's going to keep this thing narrow. This combined with the 4-wheel steering, I bet this thing is going to be able to navigate the course extremely well. What a cool build. Lots of creativity here. I like it. All right, let's get into this thing. Let's check out the performance test, and then we're going to hit the course. Timothy didn't mention any specific shout outs, but Timothy, if you're watching and you do want to shout out any YouTube channels, socials, chime in the comments below. I'll be sure to pin them for you. Okay, here we are on the 4-corner scales. I put a LiPo battery in the front here, just the stock SCX24 battery. We are at 54% front, 46% rear. Slightly biased to the left at 51%. Total weight of about 438 grams. On the setup table here, let's do the RTI. I said the V12 sticker on there. I just noticed that. See how this thing flexes. We got the infinitely long shocks. Narrow axles though, so I think we're going to run out of reach before we run out of shock. Right about 20 on the RTI. Now the side hill. It's 30. 40. 45. 50 on the side hill. And the vertical. 40. 50. Starting to slide. 60. 65. It's 66 on the vertical. All right, on the course with Timothy's SCX24 C10, I am using Timothy's radio mounted phone holder. So I'm going to try to do this justice here. Hope I don't lose you guys in the frame. But this is going to allow me to operate the four-wheel steering and get some good run footage here before we do our actual course runs. I like the thumb switch setup that he's got on here. That was clever to use that system. And that, look how tight this thing can maneuver. It's taking some getting used to, but I really like the setup. That thing go. ESC on this, the MB100 ESC, bargain performance from Endura. I really like that setup, and is just whisper quiet. The Reaper motor, that 66-turn motor, performing extremely well. I mentioned that's one of my favorite brush motors for the SCX24. The 66-turn, I think, is just right. Shorter wheelbase on this is going to be a challenge. I thought we had it, though. Oh, maybe. Oh, I think I got it. That took some work, but we made it. I don't know if I would have made it through that gate, though. That thing nice and flat over the bridge through that decline. Up here is where we're going to get that four-wheel steering benefit. Somewhat limited because of the turning radius brought about by the stock axles, and they don't have the greatest steering degree. Go to the escalator. There we go. Nice. My pin is missing. Axle was down here earlier. Oh, look at the advantage of that four-wheel steer. Just got that thing to hook up. Nice. See how we are on the decline. Man, despite those long shocks, look how flat that thing is in the rear. Did a good job sorting out this chassis. Let's try the side hill. And nice and planted. That was good. Up Hell's Gate. Oh no, good save. I wish I had more steering angle in the front. I think that would help a lot. This is just tricky. Oh, there we go. Nice, we made it. What a cool build. This is a lot of fun. These are the type of trucks that I really like to have because it's so out of the ordinary. Like, I would never have thought to do a lot of the things that Timothy has done on this thing. Shock mounting in the rear, the custom links, the rear links on the front. You know, he's just done a lot of really neat stuff with this truck, and it performs really well. Go up the canyon one more time, then we'll get ready for our course run. See how this thing does. There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. Nice. Run number 2, Timothy's C10. Here we go. Had a lot of fun on the first run. Nearly a perfect run. I went for the conservative approach with the first bonus gate, and I wish I hadn't. So we're going to go take the hard road first. We've got a good start. I just got to get onto that ledge there. There we go. We got it that time. Much better start. That four-wheel steer, getting that set up perfect. I'm starting to get the hang of this thing now. my second challenge line over here on Rocker Knocker. Get through in that pocket right there. Good, good, good. Into the hot tub to get set up for the escalator. There we go. And we made this last time. Let those swamp kings to grab and pull us up. To come at an angle last time. There we go. There we go. Big advantage here from the four-wheel steering. There we go. Nice. And again, get a setup for the chute. Perfect. Take advantage of that thing. Super flat again, right on the nose. And then we'll get through here. Four-wheel steering setting us up perfect for the bonus gate here. Also the narrow track width of this thing fitting just right through that course, just how that was originally designed for these small SCX24s. I didn't have the momentum. There we go. Get over here to the, yes, oh, that four-wheel steering is so advantageous on this truck. In the home stretch, this thing's super good. On the decline, we'll go through Articulation Alley one more time. I'm holding my breath to get through that last line on the canyon though, because this thing seems to struggle the most on the canyon. Oh, again, rolled it in that same spot. Yeah, this is deja vu here. There we go. Yes, nice run. All right, guys, great showing on the indoor course from Timothy's SCX24. He's got this thing pretty much dialed. The way it hooked up, the tires grabbed really well. Running those Swamp Kings backwards seems to be a hack to get good performance on the indoor course, including the super slick escalator, which trips up a lot of rigs that are even more built than this thing. So the more I see that tire setup, the more I want to try it, although I don't know if my OCD will allow me to run the tires backwards, but it might be worth trying. I have very little in the way of constructive criticism for this build. I think if in Timothy's position here, he should probably take the leap and go to an aftermarket chassis. He's pretty much maxed this thing out utilizing the stock rails. With the custom wheelbase that he's done, the linkage that he's made, I think he could best capitalize on his setup and obviously his ingenuity by getting an aftermarket chassis that would allow him to tune this even further. Now, I don't even know if I would go to a brushless power system. The way this thing performed with the MB100 in that 66 turn motor, super smooth power delivery, and it worked extremely well. The only downfall to the MB100 is that it's large, so maybe something like the new Mias Racing brushed ESC, something with a smaller footprint, could help him shave some weight. That's minimal though. Overall, the thing did really good, putting up a perfect run in run number 2 and an overall score of -103, which puts him in 9th place in the ultra competitive class 2. So again, great job Timothy on the SCX24 C10 build. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think of this build and the competition thus far? And as always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in the next video.